What's good, everyone? What's good? I just want to make this quick video because I fucking felt like it. You guys see the title? The title is called Mind Your Business. People are fucking retarded. And the reason I want to make this video, other than I just fucking feel like making this video, is because I'm starting to recognize a pattern in most individuals that I deal with in my life. And one thing that I can say is that people are getting more retarded. That's something that I can say is people are getting more retarded, and there's a reason for that. Like I said, we're going through this shift right now, and this shift is not allowing you to bullshit. So anybody who's not like being themselves, and when I say bullshit and we're going through a shift, it's very simple. It's not fucking like rocket science, or it's not, even though that's bullshit, rocket science, but it's not hard or complicated. It's, if you're not yourself, then you're not gonna be shit. So you have to be yourself, and it's so fucking easy. And I'm realizing that there's a lot of people that are just, hold on, give me a second, guys. Let me fix something real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, I don't know why I never thought of that shit. But what I'm starting to realize is that most people are just fucking like retarded. And how this comes into minding your own business is because one thing that I've been doing recently is I've been just minding my own business. And when you mind your own business and you actually start doing what you're supposed to be doing, such as being yourself, it has nothing to do with spirituality, it has nothing to do with anything. All these dumbass people, oh, you gotta do shadow work, you gotta do this, you gotta, like, shut the fuck up, you stupid ass nigga. It has nothing to do with that. Be your fucking self. This doesn't take, it's not no formula, it's not no spirituality, it's not no I gotta do this. Bitch, be your fucking self. It's easy. Like, you don't need anyone to tell you how to do that, other than just be yourself, whatever you are. A lot of people think that it's rocket science or some fucking, it's some type of like mathematical equation, because they're not themselves. So they gotta look up all this dumbass shit. Oh, I gotta do shadow work. I gotta do this and I gotta do that, and all of that shit is just you being yourself. It's like somebody saying, "I need to go fucking wash my ass," but then they make a mathematical formula. Okay, I gotta go and figure out how what's in water and what's in the chemicals in the soap and what's this and what's that. Like, bitches, wash your fucking ass. People like to make things more complex than what it actually fucking is. So this is what I'm telling you niggas, like, be your fucking self, and it's easy. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I fucking feel like saying this, and I'm starting to realize that most people who are not themselves, this is where you're seeing like a lot of retardation and a lot of stupidity. Like, you know how you guys was like, you guys are like you'll hear a lot of shit people saying like, um motherfuckers are changing, people are different. No, people aren't changing, people are the same as they always are. The thing is though is that nowadays you can't get away with not being yourself. And like, I have people I know in my personal life, I see people all the time, cousins and just people in general, personal. And what irritates me and annoys me is when motherfuckers have a problem and they ask me for help, and I give them the solution and I show them the solution, and then they ignore it, and then the problem gets worse, and then they complain about life like life is the issue. And like, one thing I'm starting to grasp and understand is that anyone who's going through a lot of problems in life, this is just something that I've just realized recently. Anyone who's going through so much suffering and problems in life, there's things that they did within their life, which is the reason why they're going through what they're going through. That's what I'm starting to actually really understand. Like, I don't think there's anyone who's suffering that bad that didn't fuck up and low key deserve it. Like, I'm literally starting to think that, because I'm not just saying this. I'm saying this because I'm seeing patterns in life, and I'm just seeing shit like me. You guys know I'm doing my fast and everything, and I'm like taking that more serious. Well, I've been taking it seriously, but I'm just going like I'm going back to what I was doing. Like, none of the shit I'm doing is new. I'm just going back to what I was doing because I was on something, then I kind of fell off, but I'm just doing what I always been doing. And I'm realizing, like, I'll tell people, like, people ask me questions about my fast and they're going through certain shit, and oh, I need to, I'm feeling like sick, or I have this type of issue, and I'm like, just fast. Then they'll be like, oh, cool, that's good, it works for you, I'm gonna do that. And then, like, a week later, they'll be talking to me like their problem got worse, and I'll be like, what do you mean your problem got worse? I don't tell them, because, like, nowadays I don't even question people, and I don't tell people they're doing something wrong. Like, if you're a grown, because I only talk to grown ass men and women. So if you're a grown ass man and woman, like, I don't give a fuck about your situation. Like, if you have to come ask me something, I'm gonna tell you it's like cut and dry. And if you don't do it, then you don't want to do it. So I don't like tell any grown ass man or woman like what they need to do, because I assume I'll tell you this is what I do. It can help, and I leave it at that. I don't teach anybody. I don't try to wake anyone up, because I'm looking at it like, how are you this grown, and how is it 2025? Everyone has a smartphone. Everyone has some type of access to information. And how do you not know basic fundamentals? If you don't know basic fundamentals, you're a fucking retard. That's how I'm like I'm looking at it. But most people, like, they don't see it like that. They act like everything is brand new, like they're a kid. And so, like, me at this point, and this is why I advise you guys to do. Don't teach anyone, don't give anyone advice. Just tell people what you're doing and be an example for yourself. And then other people will see that, and then if they don't do it, then that's their own prerogative. And this is why you have most of the world fucking retarded. Okay, perfect. This is why you have most of the world fucking retarded. It's because simple fundamentals that people just can't grasp and get. So, and then you'll have motherfuckers on here be like, um, because one thing I don't do is I don't think too deep. Stop thinking too deep about shit. Like, you have these stupid ass spiritual people that think everything is some type of like, oh, it's a psyop, or it's the government doing this. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of psyops of government doing shit. But at the same time, like, no one accept look at the fact of the matter of what's going on in real life. Like, I'm not into MGTOW. I'm not into that shit. I think it's fucking retarded. But at the same time, you're not gonna tell me that most females aren't fucking retarded. You're a dumbass. And don't get me wrong, most men are fucking retarded. And I say that because most men are retarded. Most, like, 99, not even 99, every like 99% of niggas I meet are fucking retarded, but in their own way. 99% of females I meet are fucking retarded. That's a fact. You're not gonna tell me that that is not a fact. Anybody that says, "Oh, you're feeding into the like, shut your stupid ass up." Yes, the government does psyops. Yes, the government does division, conquer. But you got to look at the fact of the matter of, yes, they promote these psyops, but go into reality and you will see that a lot of it is true. Most men are fucking retarded. Most females are retarded. Most all men who claim black pill that they can't get no women, and who are, oh, I can't get any women, or women this and that, they don't deserve any bitches because they're fucking lame. They're fucking lame. They don't got shit to offer. You a fucking grown ass man. You play video games. You don't do any goddamn thing. You don't deserve no bitches. And vice versa. If you're a female, most likely you're fucking retarded because females have been programmed to not actually take responsibility. So any problem most women have, they automatically self-project it and they assume that it's something external from them that they've received because bitches are like they receive. So the average female who's not doing any type of shadow work self projects issues and problems. So when you look at the people of society, because this fake ass, I don't even want to call it a culture because it ain't. But if I were to call it a culture, it's like a horrible, disgusting, filthy culture. This so-called American filthy, dirty, useless culture has programmed its bots to be a certain way. So that right there is evident. So any idiot on here that wants to tell you, oh, they're just promoting MGTOW, yes, they do promote that shit. But then if you really look at a lot of the things, it's a reason. And I don't even want to call it MGTOW. MGTOW is just a word for a nigga who ain't shit, who don't deserve shit, complaining about some bitches. That's what MGTOW is. So I don't want to say, oh, I'm MGTOW or this, that, but in terms of the whole the foundation of it, of these bitches ain't shit, that is a fact, as well as these niggas ain't shit, hence why they're MGTOW. We have an issue with human beings at this point in time because a lot of the American culture, the stuff that's in the food, people consuming shit they don't need to consume, this is a problem. It's even so fucking bad. Well, they're even trying to, because what's happening is a lot of people are going to be going through a lot of health issues. That's what a lot of people don't understand. And this is probably even because this is even probably part of the reason why they're getting rid of a lot of fucking, um, they're getting rid of a lot of like food. Like, you know how they're removing a lot of the chemicals in the food, and you in certain places you can't even buy EBT. You can't even buy EBT with junk food. And like the reason they're doing that shit, I feel, is because like a lot of people don't have health care insurance. And every time you get sick, you go to the doctor, you don't have health care, it costs the system money. So these motherfuckers, I guess they're tired of losing money for people who are getting sick and don't have health insurance, and they have to use their money, so they have to try to make it a little bit more healthier so less people are going to the fucking hospital because motherfuckers is getting sick left and right, eating this garbage, eating this candy. And I'm seeing a pattern. Like literally every person I know, I see on the internet, I see in real life, like they have some type of issue with their health, or they're going to have it. Like most people are gonna have like cancer, a disease, and it's normal. This is what do you think they call natural causes? When you die from natural causes, it's not like you just die naturally. It's because of something. You're dying because of cancer, diabetes, but it's so natural to die from that. They call it natural causes now. So you guys got to understand what natural causes is. When they talk about, oh, this person died, most people are going to die from that because they're consuming. And yet people's like, well, you're all supposed to die. Yeah, you're right, but you're supposed to die by just dropping dead painlessly and just dying, and just like you could be dreaming, and just when you dream, you be having a dream, and then you just never wake up from that dream, and then your conscious, because everything is mental, so you could be dreaming and then just be in your dream, and then from your dream you're in that dream, and then from that dream you go into a different awareness because everything's the mind. So you could just drop dead or die in your sleep, or you see what I'm saying? Nothing. You don't have to go the way they say, dumbass. When you see breatharians, like the ones who passed, the breatharians that passed away, they just drop dead. Like they'll just be doing something and they just go quietly and calm. Dumb fuck. But then they'll train people. Well, we're all gonna die one day, but you don't have to die from these illnesses. Most people are gonna have these illnesses, and that's what the hell. If you look at the demographics, the healthcare system is the only healthcare system that the jobs are going up. Like every place, it's hard to get work. But if you're in healthcare, they're hiring like crazy because there's a lot of business. Every day, people are getting sick. Like there's people have certain issues, and if you don't have any issues, you're going to have issues depending on how your spirit is. Like if you have a weak ass spirit, or the universe gives you grace, like you have grace from spirit or the energy, or some people like to call it fucking God, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I hate that fucking word, but when you have grace from the energy, it will give you time. So this is why you see some old people live to be 80. Well, I live to be 80 and I smoke, and this person lived to be 60 and then they got a heart attack. It's not because of somebody's more this or that, or it's because the person who's lived to 80, they're more of a retarded, they're either more of a retarded spirit, or they have more, they're doing something that's so important that the spirit needs them. So it's like I'm gonna make their health be stronger, even though they're smoking cigarettes. It's that, or it's because this person's very retarded, so they need grace. It's like if you don't know the rules and you're in an establishment, they give you a warning. They're not gonna give you the same punishment as somebody who made the same mistake a million times because they know it's your first time. They give you grace. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you don't have, if you don't have grace, or you're not doing something that's so substantial where you're needed, then that's when you don't have grace. And then this is where you're seeing a like nowadays you're seeing a lot of people go through things. And when I say health, it's not just physical health. It's also like health in terms of your life. So somebody can have a lot of good health or something, but then they're still a piece of shit, and they're still not favored. Not even say not favored, but they're still not on the path they're supposed to do spiritually, or they're not doing something right. So this is where motherfuckers get shot, motherfuckers may get in a car accident, something may happen to you to take you out. So it's about your spiritual health, not even just your physical health, because you can have good physical health, but then if you're doing something wrong and you're not being yourself, then something can happen where something can take you out. Why do you think you see people that die from other instances that have nothing to do with health? Because they had good health, but then something took them the fuck out, because it's the same formula. This is why I tell you, mind your business and be yourself, because like the life is not something you really want to fuck around with, this like life you're in, because like a lot of people, they're not really taking shit seriously, and a lot of things are happening, and they're happening so much um people are actually thinking the things that are happening is normal. So it's like it's part of the culture. Oh, we eat garbage, and oh, old people, they get old, and you get old and sick and you die, and you this and that. Like it's like it's so normal in the culture because there's so much degenerate ass shit that's just going on. So it's become the culture to fail, to be retarded. And then this is where you have all these other things come in, like niggas talking about, oh, I'm this, and like all the whole black pill, MGTOW shit. That's mental illness. That's people who have a lot of garbage in their fucking blood, in their body, and people are just dumb. Not even It's not even just what you're consuming; it's who you are. We have a lot of retarded ass spirit. So if you're a retarded ass spirit, your blood and your brain, the way it's shaped and the way it functions, isn't going to be the same. It's like a cow. A cow doesn't know mathematic equation. A cow doesn't know how to put a car in reverse because it doesn't have the mechanisms within its blood and its brain to even comprehend that. So when you look at different type of human beings, it's not the same. Like you have some people that are just fucking dumb. They don't understand basic fundamentals because they're not the same human being as you and I. They're more retarded. So you got to look at human beings like they're different type of animals. Just because they have a lips, a nose, an eye, and hands doesn't mean that human being is an intellectual, or it's very it's that human being's like a lower spirit. They're on the lower totem pole of the whole spiritual thing. So you got to look at other human beings like this. So this is why I say, mind your business. Don't even deal with motherfuckers unless it's for any type of reason or cause. Like I don't, like me, when I'm out and about, I just mind my fucking business. I don't deal with any motherfuckers. And I'm not saying you don't come together and connect, but everything is supposed to be natural. You're not supposed to work hard in life. Everything's supposed to be natural. Anytime anybody tells you you got to work hard and and you got to try to force something, they're a fucking idiot. You don't make anything work. You don't force shit. The only thing you work hard is being yourself, and you shouldn't even need to even work hard doing that. The most you even really do have to work hard in life is if you're letting go of something. That's something that doesn't serve you, and you really even shouldn't even have to work for that, because if you know it's something you need to let go, then you're gonna let that shit go. You see what I'm saying? But you're really not supposed to even be working hard in life. Everything's supposed to be natural and flowing. So anytime you see somebody that's trying to make something hard, or trying to talk to you like, oh, you need to do this, that's a lost individual. That's a person who doesn't know what the fuck they're even doing. But most people are retarded, and I say this out of like actual observation. Like, most people are retarded. It has a lot to do with the chemicals, the food, this bum ass American culture, everything about this society. Like, and it's getting worse. And I blame a lot of it. I can't really put a pinpoint on it, but like, it's a lot of reasons why this is the case. You guys got to understand. There's a lot of reasons, and it really doesn't even matter the reason. All you got to do is realize what it is, and then just mind your business and do your thing. And that's another thing. A lot of people, they don't mind their business nowadays. Everyone's trying to worry about what somebody else is doing. Like, and then if you think about it, they promote this whole American shit, like, not to mind your business. Like, this is why you have the news. You got politicians talking about what the fuck they're doing. Like, who gives a fuck what a politician's doing? I don't care if somebody got, like, whatever happened to somebody on the news. I don't care. Like, see something, people don't mind their business. And then it's become the norm not to mind your business. So now when you're on social media, nobody's minding their business. So you have people actually creating a whole mindset of not minding their business. This is where depression, anxiety, anger come in. Like, you imagine how many of these troll channels you have that just they spend their whole day exposing somebody they've never met in their life. They're stuck in their mind. They're creating anger, misery, depression, and all this hatred for somebody they never met in their life. It's one thing if you met somebody and they wronged you and then you don't like this person. That's one thing. But you're talking about, like, social media has created so much mental illness. You have people who've never met people in real life. They've never met people in real life. And these individuals will have so much hatred and anger, and they'll feel like they got to troll somebody. And then they'll say, oh, it's the reason why we have to do this is because we got to wake people up. When in reality, that's not the reason. They just use that as a way so they don't look like a weirdo. Because if you're doing anything, no human being wants to look like a weirdo. So if you're harassing, stalking, and constantly exposing someone, you don't want people looking at you like a weirdo. So you have to say, I'm doing this to give people awareness. I'm doing this to make it so this person doesn't scam anyone. Like, you gotta say shit to make you not look like a weirdo. Otherwise, it's gonna look like, why is this nigga just talking about this one person? Is he like have some type of like obsession with him, or and it looks like that. So there's a lot of filters and barriers that people use to make themselves like not look a certain way so they can keep doing like their degenerate ass shit. But if you just mind your business, you wouldn't have to even do any of that. So it's like, this is why you have to mind your fucking business. You have to mind your business. Like, me personally, like, my life is very simple. Like, a lot of people, like, they like to make life so hard. Like, I wake up in the morning, I do my thing, and I make life very simple to me. Like, I don't really, like, even when you start fasting, you start cleansing, you start realizing how simple life is. This is why a lot of people can't fast, because they get bored. They're nothing. They say, oh, there's nothing to do. They're bored because when you're fasting, you're cleansing, it exposes yourself. So all those emotions you're trying to run from, you can't run from it because you're forced to face them motherfuckers. So this is where a lot of people go back to wanting to eat. They're not eating really because they're hungry. They're eating because they're bored. They can't face themselves. They need to be doing something. But once you get through that buffer and you fight through it, eventually you don't want to do anything. Like I left at my last comment, I left my last post. I said, when I was on that 24-day fast, right now I'm on 4 days right now. So I was like, right when I did my 24-day fast, I know it's like I couldn't, like there was things I just didn't like to do anymore. Like I used to go and play video games every now and then. Like when I got to like day 10, I didn't even want to play my fucking game. And I'm like, I didn't feel like doing that. I didn't feel like doing shit. The only thing I really feel like doing was just walking around and going outside doing shit. Doesn't mean I have to go to the park, but just going outside. I just needed to go outside because I felt energized from that. But shout out to my nigga Speak Your Mind. It was good with it. And shout out to Velvet Agenda. It was good, man. How you doing? But I noticed when I was on this long fast, I just wanted to go outside more. I couldn't be in the fucking house. And then when I was in the house, I just felt so restless. But then when I broke my fast, I remember like things that I didn't like. I started kind of. I'm not saying I jumped full front into it, but I noticed like I was doing little things I wasn't doing before. It's because the food, the consumption. I don't want to say it's food because it's not food. People need to eat. Not everyone's birth area. So I don't want you guys looking at food like food is the enemy. I don't want you looking at food as the food is the enemy. But I'm speaking from my case and what is an enemy to me. Like food is an enemy to me, but doesn't mean it's an enemy to you. Some of you guys need to be on this. You need to figure out what you need to do. I don't want you guys looking at, oh, like food is an enemy, food is bad, and I don't want to promote that. But when it comes to me personally, food is an enemy to me. It is negative to me. Every time when I do consume it personally, I notice my energy will just go down, and then certain, like literally certain thoughts that I will get, that will make me angry. If I can see it kind of creeping up, and it's just weird. And certain like desires, certain things that I thought I liked, it didn't come full front because I did a 24-day fast, so it didn't come like back like it just. But I could kind of see it kind of creeped. So I'm like, okay, I can't be consuming this bullshit more. I have to get the fuck up out of here in terms of my mind on how I perceive food. And it's funny because when I broke that fast, I just had watermelon and I was straight. I did eat some unhealthy shit, but I didn't need it. And I noticed when I ate the unhealthy shit, that's when it brought me down back to that level again. And I'm gonna get to everybody's comment in the chat. So I see everyone's comment. I'm gonna get to it. But I just want to tell you guys, like, I advise anyone, at least anyone who's watching my channel, because I don't know, I don't talk like I only speak like this to my channel, people who listen. Most people now, I don't teach. Like I don't go out, I don't teach, I don't give advice. Even if people ask me for advice, I don't give people advice. I only give advice on my page. And the reason for that is because people don't want advice. People want advice, but they don't want to do what you advise them to do. It's like somebody asking for money. They'll ask, "Oh, I want some money," but then you give them $5. Then they get upset because they wanted you to give them $1,000,000. It's like they wanted money, but they didn't want your money. They wanted a certain number of money, but not the number you gave them. So when people ask for help, don't assume that they want help. They just want you to say they want you to say, take this pill and your problem's gonna go away. Watch this video and then you're gonna start thinking differently. Go to this building and contact this person and tell them you need help and they'll help you. And they want you to give them an easy solution. Once you tell them the truth, they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try that. Then after a week, they're not gonna try it, but then they'll complain about the same problem. Like there was this one individual, I'm not gonna name their name, they're having problems with a health issue, and then they went to the hospital. This is somebody I know personally. And they had problems with the health issue. And they went to the hospital. And then the same problem they had, I had like years ago. And which is why I started fasting, which is one of the reasons I started fasting. And fasting cleared it up for me. It when I because when I look at a health issue, a lot of people say, "Oh, I have this. I have heart disease. I have this type of appendicitis, or I have this," and they look at it like it's such a big deal. Oh, the doctor said I'm diagnosed with this. I'm this and this. When I felt some type of issue, I looked at it like, oh, my body is hurting. I fasted, and then the pain stopped. A breatharian looks at certain things as, okay, it's pain. When you don't eat, the pain goes away. Other people, they look at it like, oh my goodness, I got to get a diagnosis. The doctor said I have this amount of days to live, this. And if you want to believe in that, you can. But in reality, your body's just feeling pain. It doesn't matter what's the name of the disease. Do something about it, and then the pain will go away, and it'll be like you never had it. People like to identify with it. So this individual, he went to the hospital. They said he had this thing, and I'm like, I didn't even tell him to fast. I just said, "Oh, you have," because they told me, and I was like, "Oh, you have that." I remember I fasted and I got better. I just said that's what I said. I don't tell people what to do. So I was like, I remember I fasted for like 5 days and the pain went down. And then I'm assuming that they're gonna be like, "Oh, let me do that," because that's what I did. So like this is how I attacked it. This person's like, "Oh, that's good that you did that. I'm about to go get surgery and stuff." And then like a week later, I guess he got surgery and he got something removed from his body. And he didn't have to get that removed from his body. So now this person's got something cut out of his body, has to go pay a whole he's on Medi-Cal or Medicaid or whatever the fuck you call it. The free health insurance. So they don't even have he has to pay that shit. He don't have money. So now he's in debt and owes money, got something ripped out of his body, off for what? Just because you're stubborn, you didn't want to actually make the sacrifice. And the reason he did it wasn't because he didn't know, it's because they are so into their desires. He didn't want to get rid of food and not consume. He felt like he needed to eat. It's just it's pleasure. People want to have that pleasure of taste. They can't sacrifice it. So at the end of the day, you have every right, but at the same time, everything comes with a consequence. So like this is just life in general. Like, but I don't tell anyone anything no more. I just do my I really don't even care. That's the thing. I don't give a fuck. Like if I'm on my channel, my YouTube channel, then that's a different story because people obviously want the advice that I have, and I'm in this is my channel. The fuck, but I'm gonna read some of these comments. Okay, what's good with it, Chauncey? Yeah, what's good with it is that whenever I try to conversate with people being they are boring me to death. Like I don't know. I feel like most people don't stimulate my mind, especially when that's I feel you. I feel you 100%. It's because they're not on your frequency. So just this is why you don't even need to be dealing with these individuals because they're not on your frequency. I don't even I don't even put myself in a position to even know what people are talking about for me to even make that determination that I don't resonate with them. Like if I'm around you and I don't resonate with you and we talking, then I fucked up because like why am I even around you? Like if you ain't got nothing to offer, nothing. And sometimes you may get caught up in something like that. Like this is where you need to cut that conversation. Like do not waste no more time. Like anytime you're around somebody who does not resonate with you, cut the conversation. You don't have to be rude or disrespectful. Or if you want, you can't. It doesn't really matter nowadays. But just cut that shit off. If no one's bringing you nothing of value, if you don't feel a certain way, cut that shit off. Even if it means you being rude, cut it off. Ain't at the end of the day, if you were to get locked up in prison, ain't nobody gonna put no money in your books. If you were to die, nobody will care. Ain't nobody paying your bills. If you were to like be in a fucked up situation, no one would care. So at the point, you need to look at yourself like, what is this person bringing of value to me? Even people who are even amongst these bots, like you have people who are bots who hang out with each other. They even betray each other. Don't you see niggas in the hood? They talk about, oh, this person backdoored me. You got niggas in the hood. They these stupid ass bots. They'll betray each other. They grew up around each other. They've been friends with each other. They made money moves with each other just for them to betray each other. These niggas don't give a fuck about their own selves, let alone you. So don't even If you don't resonate with somebody, get out of there, because it's actually dangerous. Because if you don't resonate with somebody and you go through a situation where you may need help and you think this person is your friend, then they're gonna be like, fuck you. And then you're gonna end up learning a lesson, and then it's gonna make you more bitter and more angry because you trusted someone. But at the same time, nobody told you to trust no one. You don't trust people like that. You only trust people who actually, and even like at the end of the day, anybody can fuck you over. But at least if you build up a rapport with somebody, like they'll say, like I'll be like I told you, as like you, for example, you'll have people that betray you, but they're not shit. But then you may have a business partner. You guys made money together, but then maybe they did something and then fucked you over the business deal. At least with the business deal, there was something you were trying to achieve, and then something just went awry. But if you're just talking to people who aren't shit in your life and you knew it from the get go, then that makes it even worse. So it's like, and usually when you're on the natural path, shit like that doesn't even happen where people will do things to you. When negative things happen to you, it's because you're not on your path. Nothing negative is supposed to ever happen to you if you're on your path. Even when something negative happens to you, it's not negative. So, like I told you guys, you can be depressed and not depressed. You can be angry and not angry. But you also can be angry and angry. You can also be depressed and you're depressed. When you're angry, but you're not angry, that's when that's called a spiritual lesson. So you went through a spiritual lesson that was needed, which made you upset, but deep down, you're really not that upset. But when you go through something and it's like the world is all ending and you're just so angry and you feel lost and you feel cheated, that's because you weren't connected to self. So the outcome ended up being worse than it needed to be because you were straying off your path of self. When you stray off your path of self, then negative situations become even more negative. So this way you got to always understand, stay on the path. So even when negative things happen, they're not negative. Like life is supposed to be joyful and relaxing and chill. It's not supposed to be stressful. Even when you have stress, you're still supposed to be relaxed and not really stressing. It's not so. Don't let anybody tell you life is supposed to be hard. Life is supposed to be fuck out of here. Life is simple. Yeah, he's like, do you feel the same way? I feel the same way. That's why I don't really like. That's what I'm saying. I don't really. I don't like. I don't want you to be isolated. I don't want to promote isolation on my channel. Like be isolating and shit. But you also at the same time, once you start doing the work of yourself, the spirit will bring people in your life that's necessary. So if you don't want to live a whole life of you just not fucking being anything, and you don't want to live a whole life of you just being isolated and alone, unless that's what you really want. But usually when you're on the path of self, you'll have people that resonate with you, that can guide you and help you, and they can be on your level and you can understand. If you just like, because a lot of the shit that they'll promote on the internet is isolation and being by yourself and don't dip, which I don't agree with that. But at the same time, I don't agree with just going and being friends with somebody just to say you're not isolated. There are a lot of degenerate ass mentally ill people in this world, and a lot of it is by design. Like they design it like that. It's not something that people, it's normal to just hate people and not resonate with people. That's not normal. This is by design because you have a lot of programs in this system, from the food, from capitalism, 9 to 5, social media, the list goes on. I can tell you a lot of things. They all contribute little by little to why the average man and woman is retarded. And that's something that needs to be recognized. So when I say, oh, people are retarded, this is a manufactured thing. This is not something that's normal. This is why you'll even see over time, like people aren't the same as they used to be. It isn't just a natural thing. It's a lot. It's a lot. It has to do with a lot of shit, and we're going through a shift right now. Like I said at the beginning of my video, so you can't. get away with not being yourself. So if you're not, a lot of people are unable to enjoy life right now. A lot of people aren't able to, even if they have what they think is necessary to enjoy life. A lot of people can't enjoy life. So what's going on right now is a lot of people are just miserable. A lot of people are upset, but they don't know, they can't pinpoint where it's coming from. So this is why you see a lot of the shit that's going on right now. You can't resonate with people because everyone is pretty much forced and has their back against the wall. They got to do what they have to do, and if they don't do what they got to do, then they're not going to be able to enjoy life. But people don't see it like that. They just see it like, oh, it's just the government. It's just this and that. Even if we didn't have any government, like people will still find a problem with shit. That's one another thing. Like there's this is why I don't even just help people no more. Like I used to like help homeless people and give shit. And don't get me wrong, I'll help a homeless person depending on the situation. But like the other day, I was coming out of Walmart and there's this homeless nigga. He's just like they're asking for like a hotel room or some shit. Like, oh, can I have money for a hotel room? And I don't really like to help certain type of niggas because like certain type of niggas like you'll help them and you'll give them like $5 and then they'll look at it like that's all. They don't say this, but you can tell like that's all you can give me is $5. And like people like that get me so upset because like me giving you $5, me giving you $3 is like me giving you $1,000. That's a lot of money. $5, $2, that's a lot of money for me to give somebody. So if you look down upon it, that irritates the fuck out of me. And this is why I don't even really like to give because a lot of people like they feel like bitch, I don't gotta show you anything. I don't gotta give you anything. But I remember there's things like, oh, do you have any money for us to get a hotel room? And I'm like, first of all, if you're asking for money for a hotel room, nigga, that you want me to give you a lot of money. And I just said I don't have any money. He's like, oh, I got Cash App, I got this, I got that. I was like, I don't got it. Then like after I said that, he was like, fuck. Like he just raised his voice and was like, fuck. And I'm like, I'm glad I didn't give you shit. Like, I don't know if it was a disrespect to me or he was just saying it, but I felt like if it was somebody else, he would have just been like, oh, this is all good. But like, it was me, like, they're trying to do some bullshit attack on me or some shit. Like, and I'm like, I'm glad. That's why I'm glad I didn't give your stupid nigga ass shit because, like, how you gonna say fuck? Like, I don't gotta give you a damn fucking thing. And then most people, when you look at most people that are struggling, like I said at the beginning of my live stream, I literally believe that 99.9% of people, or maybe even 100% of people that are struggling really bad, they low key deserve it and they created that situation. I don't want to say they deserve it, but let me say that they created that situation. If you're down bad, so bad, where you're just fucked up and life is hitting you left and right, you fucked up. That's your fault. That's one thing I've learned in life recently is the more down bad somebody is, the more mistakes they made. If you every person I see that's down bad, extremely bad, one pattern that I see amongst these individuals is they have a fucked up way of thinking. Very fucked up way of thinking. These people create their own. The mind is what we use to create everything, our situations, physical things, relationships, the mind. So when somebody has a fucked up way of thinking, then their life is going to be extremely fucked up. Mind you, I understand we all go through problems and shit, but when somebody is down, like you'll see some lady be like, "Oh, I was raped, I was killed, I was homeless, my bags got stolen, I was sexually abused, I was homeless, I was beaten by my husband," and you'll be like feeling sorry, like, man, she's been through so much. People that go through shit that bad, they created that. Don't think it's just something that's attacking them. When your life gets so bad, it's because the universe told you to do this, but you didn't listen. And if you go, if because you can't follow somebody 24/7 to know every decision that they make. It's impossible. So you assume that, oh, life is just hitting them upside the head unfairly. But if you were to follow this person and know how they think verbatim 24/7, you will know that they're a retard. It's like somebody. Let me give you a perfect example. Imagine if there is somebody who didn't have an arm and his arm got burned off his hand. And he comes up to you, say, "Oh, I don't have an arm. Can you give me $1? I can't work." And you feel sorry, man, this guy doesn't have an arm. But then unbeknownst to you, this guy lost his arm because he stuck it in a fire. And somebody told him, "Don't put your hand in the fire, you're gonna lose your arm." He didn't listen, and he put his hand in there. He lost his arm. But you don't know that that's what happened. You just see a nigga without no arm. But if you knew that people told him not to put his hand in the arm and he lost his arm, you would be like, "Nigga, you caused that." So look at it from every aspect in life. Like when you see motherfuckers going through so much shit, it's because they caused that motherfucking shit. I'm realizing that. Because when I see somebody with intelligence, with common sense, they're not going through that much shit. But when I see people go through the worst shit, they're just retarded. They're just dumb. Because I've been through a lot of negative things, but like I'm intelligent to a certain degree, so I've always been able to write it out. But when I see people go through the same problems I went through and they never recovered from it, I look at the way they think and they're retarded. They're dumb. Even when I tell them do this, they don't listen. They just keep doing what they're doing. That's one thing I hate. Or I don't hate, but like I recognize. And it irritates me, to be honest, because like they try to make it look like something is out to get them, or oh, agents are attacking me. Oh, bitch, you're a retard. This is 100% of the gang stalking community. All those people that talk about gang stalking, you have people who talk about gang stalking, right? These people will be going through serious illness. They said, "I'm constipated. I can't. I have pain in my heart. I'm throwing up." And literally, these people will be sick and need health. They'll need physical health remedies. I don't want to say go to a doctor because I don't really agree to that, but in some cases, maybe they need to. But then what they would do is say it's the government using energy weapons and they're attacking my organs. The reason my heart and I have constipation and I have heart issues and my liver is hurting is because the government is using energy weapons. So they live their life in their own mental hell, thinking that thinking retardation. So now when they end up struggling, going through all these problems and they're this and the world's hitting them upside the head, they want to play victim and they want to say, "Oh, they're attacking me." And but if you actually look at the way they think, they low key are creating it themselves. You can't get that down bad in life unless you have some type of retardation. But you guys wouldn't know that because think about it. Have any of you guys watching my channel who have common sense? You've been down. We all been down, but you haven't been as down as some people have. But when you actually look at these people that are very down bad, they have retardation. They have some type of they can't think. They're stuck in their mind. So even when there be even people I tell them like, "Why don't you do this?" They'll look at it like I'm insulting them. This is why you never really want to. Some people actually get insulted because they're dealing because the mind is like so powerful. So some people they're so stuck in their mind when you tell them the solution. Like imagine being stuck in your mind and having a problem for so many years, dealing with the same problem. When you tell a person a solution to get out of that problem that they've been dealing with for so many years, what happens is they take that as offense. They think you're talking shit because they're so used to being stuck in their mind. Subconsciously, when they get an answer to get out of their mind to fix their situation, they rebel against it because subconsciously their mind wants to keep replaying that problem. So when you give them the solution to get out of the problem, they don't take it as because in order for you to get out of your problem, you have to make the determination yourself. Nobody can tell you, here, this is the solution. They have to give you the solution and you have to accept it and then get out. No one can just force you, even if somebody gives you the best answer, they can't help you. You have to help yourself. So some people they're so stuck in their own mind, they're stuck in their own hell that even when you give them the right answer, they take it as offense. So now they're going to be stuck in their hell more until they make the determination. And some people, they just die not making it. And this is why a lot of the world is fucked up, because in order to actually, I want to get up to all these comments, but in order to actually get out your own mind, it takes putting your ego aside. It takes sacrifice. It takes hard work. And that's something that a lot of people don't have. So this is why I said, like you said, your question, you don't feel like being around people, and you don't. That's why, because people are stuck in their own mind. The mind is very powerful. It can just like the mind is so powerful. It can save you. It can make you have the beautiful life. It's opposite. It can make you have the worst life. It can make you stuck. Like there's so many people just stuck in their mind. It's a little ear fucking plug. My fucking fire alarm kept going off. I don't know. It was like some type of malfunction. I gotta call the people. So I had to put these in my fucking ear, these earmuffs. I didn't want you guys thinking it was a cigarette or some shit. I don't do any of that shit no more. I'm done smoking. I don't do any of that shit no more. Well, I'm gonna read some of these comments. That's why I rather just do stuff on my own. Yeah, here entertainment. So I have a skill issue when it comes to food issues that the fall for peer pressure groups. Yeah, I noticed you. I noticed you're always talking about you're always with people and stuff. Are these people that you're actually friends with? Because you say you don't resonate with people, but you'll say you're always around people. Are you like have to be around these people or something? Because like first of all, like don't let anyone influence you for what you eat. Like that's another thing. And I see that shit even within the breatharian community. Like you'll have breatharians and people who don't eat. They'll say when I'm around family, they always look at me weird for not eating, and I always feel pressure. I feel weird. Like I don't even make it a topic of discussion. Like the way you need to make it like this. When it comes to your diet and what you're not even your diet, what you're putting in your body, you need to be clear cut and dry with that shit. If somebody was doing crack and heroin, are they gonna pressure you to do crack and heroin? No, they're not gonna pressure you. So why the fuck should it be any different with food? Treat food the same way you're gonna treat somebody who does heroin and crack. You're not gonna if somebody's taking Vicodin and Xanax and all these hard drugs like fentanyl, are they gonna convince you to do that? No, you're gonna be like, get the fuck away from me. I'm not doing that shit. You're crazy. But why is it any different with food? So treat food like you'll treat somebody offering you hard drugs. You're not gonna do hard fentanyl. If you probably you probably cut ties with somebody if they're doing drugs and they're around you. But when it comes to food, why should it be any different? You need to develop the reason people pressure you, the reason people think a certain way is because you think that way as well. If you feel it, you don't even have to say anything. If mentally you feel it and you think it and you feel it and you create that aura that I take my diet seriously, don't fucking ask me, you'll notice that people just ignore you or they just go on about their business. When you feel that slight insecure, that slight feeling of I hope they don't say nothing to me, then they could smell that fear, and then that's when they play on it because that's how the world is. You gotta feel it. You gotta be it. When you feel kind of scared, people pick up on it. When you feel sure of yourself, people pick up on it. Don't take it as a don't be offended when an individual looks an individual treats you a certain way. Don't be as offended because they're only picking up on what you're projecting. If you're projecting that you have fear, that you have doubt, then they're gonna play on that. But if you have a surety, you have confidence, you're like, I don't give a fuck what you niggas think. I'm this. I don't care. People are not gonna. They're not gonna budge. They're gonna just take it as it is. And even if they do ask you, be like, I ain't gonna eat it. Just keep it simple. You don't have to explain yourself. Don't even tell people you're a breatharian or you're a vegan. Like, I just don't like meat. I don't want meat. So, oh, you don't eat meat? I don't fucking like meat. Do you like eating ass? No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. I don't like eating meat. I don't like the taste of it. Don't even tell people, oh, I'm vegan, because be like, I just don't like the taste of meat. And leave it at that. Like, you got to keep it simple. Don't even explain yourself. Be like, I just don't want to eat it. Don't fucking ask me. Have an attitude, kind of be like, don't ask me. I don't want to eat it. Like, you kind of even say, like, you keep asking me is disrespectful. Like, I got to keep repeating myself? Like, be firm with it. Because who's anyone to tell you? Like, at the end of the day, a lot of that shit that you may feel pressure to eat, when you have a liver issue because you ate garbage and you need a liver transplant, are they gonna be the ones to give you a liver because you drank that alcohol or you ate all that processed food? Are they? No, they're not. They're gonna be like, nigga, I ain't giving you my liver. But then they want you to eat something that's gonna damage your liver. Look at it like that. Are they gonna give you a liver transplant or a kidney transplant as a result of the damage of that food? No, they're not gonna give a fuck. It's your responsibility for your health. So fuck them. Don't listen to what these niggas say. And like I said, most people are retarded. The title. Most people are retarded, and they're gonna fail. Like 95% of people in life are gonna fail, and that's a fact. You can see it play out. But I don't say this as like it's a bad thing, because there's nowhere to go. Life is infinite. We're infinite beings. So if you don't get it right, you're gonna get it right one day. But there's no rush, because there's nowhere to go. So if you fail, you just do it again in another way. So it's not. Don't look at it like, oh, it's a fail. Like, oh, you gotta fail. No, just they're gonna fail and have to just retake the test again, and that's it. But most people are gonna fail at life, and most people are retarded. Most people don't know what they're doing. They're only operating off the sense of pleasure and programs that the government told them to do. Oh, we got to go to school. We got to do this, and we got to do. They're not operating off any truth, or I don't even want to say truth, but they're not operating off them being authentic. So you got to always keep that in mind. So don't let anybody make you feel a certain way. Well, I'm gonna read some more of these comments. Meats and dairies, I don't like it. Well, I'm only Yeah, don't do that. You say you order chicken. Don't do that shit. That's something. Don't do that. Like, why? Why would you? That's what I'm saying. Don't do that shit at all. If you don't feel like eating, then don't feel like eating. Like, that shouldn't even be a problem. Like, I'm looking at it weird. Like, why do you care what I eat, nigga? Like, next time somebody makes you feel pressure, be like, why do you care what I eat? And like, nigga, go buy my meal. Do you care enough to buy my motherfucking meal? Go buy my lunch. Go buy my groceries for a month. Oh, you're not? You're not? Then shut the fuck up. Don't worry about what I eat. Tell them that. Like, it's funny how people will care about what you eat, but yet I bet you they won't buy your groceries for a month. I bet you they ain't gonna buy you a meal. The fuck? Like, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to buying groceries or taking you out to eat, then it's a question. Oh, why do you got to get the chicken? Get the vegetarian. It's cheaper. But niggas all of a sudden they care about what you eat. Fuck out of here. Like, I like, and if you look at it, like, are you these people that you're around? Are they like your friends? Are they your homies? Are you forced to be around them? Like, is it like a situation where you have to be around them? Because I know you say you're like in the military or something. But if you're forced to be around them or something, okay, then I understand. I'm not saying fall into what they're saying, but you shouldn't be around anyone that doesn't. This is what I'm saying. You need to be around people that resonate with you, or just don't even be around anyone, because the fact that you're even having these type of mental battles of what I should eat, what I shouldn't eat around these individuals, it just shows you that they're not your people. That's the thing. You gotta be around your type of people. You can't be fucking around with people who aren't your people. I wouldn't even say the problem is them peer pressuring you to eat that shit. More so, what I would say is you are even in their presence to allow that. You allowing them to even think they can do that shit. Like, you shouldn't even be around them to be like that. And if you are around them, it should be shit that's already known. Like, you know this isn't gonna happen. This shouldn't be happening. So it should never happen, and they should know that. So they'll feel uncomfortable. You need to make them feel uncomfortable for them even saying that without even disrespect. It's just how, if you knew how to respond correctly, eventually they won't even do that shit no more. Yeah, don't let anyone pressure you because this is your health. This isn't just you just talking about, oh, I want to eat chicken or I don't want. This is your fucking health. Like a lot of this shit they serve you is poisonous and it's gonna fuck your health up. And if you care about your health, then nobody should pressure you. Cause you ordering the chicken when you didn't want to, you just damage your health just to make people you don't give a fuck about feel some type of way. And then these people, when they go back to their home or when you guys go part ways at the end of the day, they don't even remember shit. So you just pretty much please somebody who you don't give a shit and they don't even give a shit because they're gonna forget about the situation at the end of the day. Ain't no You gotta understand, people have their own lives. Ain't nobody really worried about what you do. When you go out in public, everybody's stressing, worrying about their rent, worrying about money, worrying about this person, this negative situation that happened in their life that they keep thinking. People are in their own mind. Like even when I go into the store, like one thing I realized, because like I told you guys, like I steal shit from the store. Like when I go and I shop it from certain stores, like one thing stealing and shoplifting from certain stores is taught me is it's people are in their own world. Like most of the time, like the best time when you shoplift in a store, I like to do it when there's a lot of people around me. Not workers, but people who are customers, because it makes it more incognito. When you do it when you're by yourself, sometimes, not all the time, it's harder for you, it's easier for you to get caught because of like what is he doing by himself. But when you're around a lot of people, I realize like I can conceal something and there'll be like three people around me and nobody sees me. And that made me realize like people are so in their own world. Like I remember I was at the post office and or it was a post office box. And I put my package in there, right? And there was this lady. She was like, I've been going to this shopping center for 10 years. I never seen this post office box over here. And in my mind, that made me realize, like, how do you not see it? It's right here. And you've been going here for all these years. Is because people are so in their own world, especially when you see grown ass people. Like, kids are more observant of their surroundings. But the older people get, they're so focused on themselves because people go through so much shit in their life. They're stressed. Nobody's actually living life to the full capacity. So they miss things. They're not really attentive. Like I noticed, like in public, what I realize is people don't really be looking at you like you think they do. And you guys may say, "Oh, well, I think people are looking at me," and then you may think, but then no. When I be out in the store and I be like literally walking down the aisle and concealing certain shit in my pocket in my jacket, and nobody really even looks at me. Nobody. Like you got like I tell you guys like I don't want to make videos and shit because I don't do it. Everything I just said is just me just talking. So obviously I can't make a video about it. What the fuck is that? Hold on. I don't hold on. Shit. How the hell? I'm gonna have to go. Hold on. I'm gonna have to. Well, like pretty much what I'm saying. People mind their own business for the most part. Ain't nobody really worrying about you like you think it is. You may think you're the star of the show, but people are going through their own shit in life. So when it comes to making your own decisions in life, you need to make it based on what you're doing. Fuck what anyone else is thinking, because no one gives a fuck. Because most people are stressing, most people are depressed, most people are going through mental struggles, mental battles where they don't know what like is going on, especially the shift we're going through, all these alignments, the spiritual shift we're going through. Ain't nobody really focused and worried about what you're doing. Understand that. And even if you think they are, that's all in your mind. So there's no reason to appease anybody right now in life. I don't know why. I want to look up something, but damn. me a minute. I hope this is charged. Obviously, it's not going to be fucking charged. I don't know why the fuck it said 55. Okay, because if I might end up having to go do something. Well, I'm still gonna make a live stream, but I just want to confirm something, but yeah, time be accelerated. Speeding at fast as fuck is crazy. It should be easier to fast and not consume it. Time itself would like I say, it would be easier to fast for me and for people who take it serious. Like if it wasn't easy for you to do it years ago, it's not gonna get any easier. If anything, like I know I said that before, but you got to understand there's no shortcuts in life. Time accelerating isn't going to make anything more easier. If anything, it's going to make it more harder, because as time accelerates, people are going to be more impatient. Like the longest fast I've ever did was years ago, and the days were going by slow. Nowadays, it's the days are going by quicker, and I'm not going to say it's easier. It's the same. It's the same. If you can't, there's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts in life. You got to understand that. You can't say, "Oh, time is going to speed up. Things are going to get more easier." No. If anything, it's going to get more stressful. It's going to get more harder. You have to get more impatient, because as the shift accelerates things, it accelerates the positive and the negative. But you still got to put in the work. If you're not putting in the work, then you're going to reap negative benefits that much quicker, which is going to make you not even want to keep going or unable to go. If you're putting in the work, then the benefits are to come faster. So this is why I said, like, right now is the best time to be in alignment, because the results are going to come quicker than you think, because we're in a new time right now. So the good, like, a lot of you guys are so caught up in time, and oh, it's gonna take me years because you guys watch too much. You're a lot of people are just so you're so programmed, but not you, but people are so programmed by like the government and the system. Oh, you got to work hard, and it takes years, and that's if you're in their system. But if you're in life and you're working for the spirit, then things come quick. It manifests quicker, and you're not working hard, you're working natural. That's why I tell you, don't work hard, work natural. Working hard is the system. The system is built for you to fail. This is why they want you working hard, because the harder you work, the more the system gets your energy output, because you're working hard. But when you're working for the spirit, you're working smart, and it's natural, so you don't have to do as much, and you have more. And this is where the whole term making it look easy, you make it look easy. You see what I'm saying? When you're working hard in the system, you got to work hard. You got to put all these hours in. And then at the end of the day, they can still take that shit away from you. That's why you don't work hard. You work natural. You work smart. And in order to do that, you have to be in alignment with self. And then we're in this new shift. So the quicker this is why, like, in this new shift, like I said, the more you work hard, the more you're going to feel like you're not getting anywhere. It's like the day's just going by and you're wasting your day. That's another thing a lot of people don't understand, is a lot of people are going to be wasting their day, or wasting their life. Like, a lot of people right now are wasting their life right now. Everyone thinks, oh, I'm going to work, I'm working hard, I'm taking care of my bills, but before they know it, nigga, they're gonna be 50. You're gonna be 40, and it's not about, oh, I'm 40 or I'm 30 and I still got years ahead of me. It's no, you're 30, you're 40, and you wasted your whole 20s, you wasted your whole 30s doing fucking absolutely nothing. That's the problem. You could be 50 years old, but you wasted 30s and 40s when you could be doing something great. That's why I tell you guys, like, go and take a risk. Do what you got to do. Don't be stuck in no bullshit ass job. And you'll have people say, oh, you need your 9 to 5. You need your job because um it's supposed to help you with your business. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but also there's also other ways to help you. Like, first of all, like, what is your plan? Anybody who tells you that shit, tell them, what is your plan? What is your plan working at that 9 to 5 that's going to take you up out of it? How much money you're going to save? What is your plan? What are you going to do with the money? What are you going to invest it in? What are the return? Because you have to have a plan, obviously. Most people who say that shit, they say that to just make themselves feel comfortable that they're wasting time at a job. But if you actually ask them, because I've had, what's your plan? They start stumbling. Oh, well, I'm gonna save up money and I'm gonna invest into what I'm doing. What are you doing? You gotta go buy some fucking overpriced, cheap ass cameras, and then, oh, I'm gonna start my vlog channel. Oh, I'm gonna go invest in cryptocurrency. I'm gonna go buy some shitty ass meme coin, work at McDonald's, put $500 into a fucking shitty ass meme coin, and I'm gonna become a millionaire because that coin's gonna be $1, and I have 50,000 of those coins, or I have 1 million of these coins, and the coin's gonna go to 50 cents, and I'm gonna be a millionaire. Shut the fuck up. Or they'll sit there and talk about like that's what I'm saying. Like, and but the thing is, when you think like that, you spend 5 years, 6 years. Like, there's people I know who've been working who said that shit because I document shit. It'll be like back in 2021. I hear people say, "Well, I'm gonna save up money because I'm working at this 9 to 5, so I can save up money so I can get out of my 9 to 5." But then I see these people now; they're still working at 9 to 5. They're still doing it. They don't talk about getting out of it. A lot of people, especially now, where we're at right now, especially with this shift, a lot of people are like, you can see a lot of people have accepted defeat. A lot of people, if you look at the way people act and how you don't see nobody talking, oh, you can make money on social media. Oh, I'm trying to. You don't see that no more. I'm not saying everybody's like that. Is You don't see it as, remember back in 2021, 2022, everyone was like, oh, I'm gonna be a TikTok star, I'm gonna make money on YouTube. You can make money on YouTube. You see these teenagers, they're making millions. The internet is a fucking gold mine. You don't hear nobody talking like that. Don't get me wrong, there are some people, but you see how that shit's died down. Now when you look at the algorithms, when you look at the way people think, it's more of a defeatist. You see how people feel more defeated nowadays compared to like 3, 4 years ago, and even before. It's because of this shift we're going into. A lot of people are starting, because as time went on, a lot of the shit people were doing, it didn't work, or they didn't do it right, so therefore it didn't work. So they're just accepted defeat, and they're realizing the things that you have to do to become successful is sacrifice, is let go, sacrifice, and do things that you don't want to do. Everyone thought it was like, oh, all you have to do is just A, B, and C. But it really isn't that. It's really like, it's a test of how much you can sacrifice and put in the work spiritually. And everyone didn't think that. Everyone thought it was just about doing A, B, and C, not actually putting in work. So now this is where you see a lot of people feeling defeated, like this whole defeatist mentality of feeling like, oh, I can't do this, but no one, they're not saying it. They're not like, oh, nobody's admitting it. But based upon their actions, how everyone's just like, now you have people out here fighting to fucking have a shitty ass job. Like, people are like complaining about how they can't find a job and their rent. Nobody, everyone just defeated, and it's like, it's fucking sad. Not sad, but it ain't sad, but it's just pathetic. And all of it can easily be fixed if you just be yourself. That's why when I hear people talk about money and all this shit, if you're talking about money and you're not a millionaire or you're not financially stable, then don't talk to me about money. Like, you'd be like, you'll see people talk about, oh, I need money. I need money. Life is about money. It's about money. But then I look at them and they're struggling to pay their rent. So if you're struggling to pay your rent, then why the fuck are you talking to me about money, bitch? Go get some money, then make an example and show me that it's about money by you getting money and having it. Then come talk to me about money. But don't be a broke ass nigga. You can't pay no bills, and yet you talk about, oh, it's about money. I need money. Then bitch, go get some money. Fucking idiot. It's like, oh, it's not about spirituality. It's about having money. But then these niggas ain't even a millionaire. Because if you're in the system and you're about money, it shouldn't be hard to be a millionaire. A millionaire, having $1 million is not a lot of money. People who are about money, who are really about it, they're able to get $1 million like that. You can have a business that can pull in $1 million if you focus into it. But how are you going to talk about money and say all the spirituality shit, or not even spirituality, but the shit that I'm talking about is all useless. Like, everyone assumes life is about just money, but the reason why a lot of people aren't even getting money is because of them not being themselves. And it's not even about getting money. It's about you just being yourself. And then when you be yourself, in this society, we need money. So you're going to have what's necessary to sustain you. The spirit will give what's necessary. You'll be able to track what you need. It's about stability. You'll be able to track stability. And what comes with stability? 99% of the time, that's money. Because you need money to have stability in this system. So that's how you're supposed to attack it. Not, oh, I'm trying to get money. Because even when you look at a person who's a millionaire, who talks about money, when you actually look at their life is not just about getting money. They're doing other disciplines. They're doing other things. They have a certain way of thinking, which is why they're a millionaire. It's only a dumbass nigga with no fucking money that talks about money in a way that's retarded. Like that's the thing you gotta get. A motherfucker with a Lamborghini, if you look at their actual life, they have a plan on how they got rich. They have a business plan. They have certain ways, things they know about credit. They have certain disciplines. They probably fucking know how to structure their money and not waste it on shit. Like, there's certain things that they do. But then it's always this dumb nigga without no money who won't do that. But nobody even sees that. Hold on, I don't know why the fuck. Fuck. I knew it. Well, I hope I don't have to go out to the store today. I hope I have another one. Give me a minute, guys. Somebody bought something on my thing, and I'm hoping I have another one of it because I don't want to go to the store. I don't know. If I have to go there, I'll go there. I'm probably gonna have to go to the store. That's alright, it's fine. I'll just go to the store. God damn, I gotta take a piss. I'll probably just go to the store. I have to go get another one. Because he ordered 4 of them, right? But he was supposed to order. Give me a minute, guys. Fuck. Fuck. Alright. Man. So I had to take a piss. Yeah. That's correct. Okay, I'm gonna read some of these comments. So I'm about to. I answer a comment. I'm gonna start from the bottom. I'm gonna go back up, but I'm gonna start from the bottom. So, ChatGPT. I don't use ChatGPT. Yeah, I don't see how ChatGPT makes dieting easier. For me, at least for me, nigga. Like, diet for me is get rid of food. So I don't know how ChatGPT can tell me that. Like, people be relying too much on ChatGPT too much. Like, I get it. Like, I was playing a fucking video game like a month ago, and I was stuck on a level. Or no, I got the a controller, which is a video game, and I needed to program the controller. Like, you know how you have those the controllers where you could program it and to like have the back pedal buttons. So I needed help with that. So I asked the AI, how do I program the Xbox Wolverine version 2 controller? And they helped me with it. Or I was playing a game and I was stuck on a level, and then I asked it. Like little dumb shit in the Matrix, I can use AI for. But people be using AI for like weird shit like dieting, and if it works for you, then that's good. It's better than you having no diet. So if it's telling you to eat something healthy, then who am I to really complain or to say something about? But I use AI for like mundane stupid shit. I don't use AI for like legitimate shit. But he's like, I'm forced around them. Okay, it explains. Yeah. But that's the thing. Just because you're forced around them, just that's the thing. Don't be too friendly around them. If you're forced, if you have to be around somebody, don't be too friendly. I'm not saying be rude, but don't be the one thing you don't want to be too friendly. That's another thing. Like, don't be too friendly around people. But it doesn't mean you got to be rude. Just don't smile. Just because somebody tells a fucking lame ass joke, you don't have to fake laugh. Just don't laugh. Just that was my thing. I used to be like giddy and laughing around people all the time, which don't get me wrong, you never want anybody to steal your joy from you. But certain times you don't need to be showing that energy because people will take that as like weakness. I noticed when I was doing that, motherfuckers would start talking shit or they'll be more disrespectful or throw shade. But when I came serious, then it was a different energy. Even when like it's not even just about being serious. If motherfuckers, if you feel somebody's throwing shade, address it. You don't have to want to be start. It's not even about starting a fight because when you're dealing with humans and somebody does something that rubs you the wrong way, when you address it, it creates a certain level of respect that they have for you. Not be and it's not, you may think, oh, this person's gonna want to fight me if I to know they don't. Like, for example, somebody throws shade or something that rubs you the wrong way, be like, excuse me, you don't gotta say that. Come respectfully, but let them know that you don't like that. They're not gonna fight you. They're gonna look at it like, all right, my bad. And then it's gonna program in their mind, okay, let me treat this person a certain way. So they're gonna come at you more serious. And this is what you want. It's about having respect. They're gonna come at you more respectfully. They're gonna come at you more respectfully. So don't be too friendly. Don't be too nice around people. You can't. Don't be all smiling and giddy. And I noticed that's one thing I used to do, and I did it because that's just who I am naturally. But I noticed people would take that for weakness. Oh fuck. Oh man, I gotta. Whatever. I'm not even gonna trip over that. I just do it. Yeah, I just remembered I had to do something today, but whatever. I got time because they close the post office is closed tomorrow, so I don't have to go. But whatever, I'll just do it. But I just remembered though. Yeah, don't be too friendly around people. That's one thing I'm realizing. Yeah, yeah. People nowadays are retarded though. You gotta keep that shit in mind. It's like facts. Most people are living based on what the government promotes. People are like yes man, no man. government ain't even promoting shit at this point. Like the government is fucking failing right now. The government is failing, and none of their shit's even working. Everything people are just fucking lost. Like people have residual programming from the internet from the government, but the government is not. The government's losing power right now, so like you're gonna start seeing the government crashing out a lot more. Like you're gonna see them doing a lot more shit in the coming years because they're losing power, and the more they lose power, the more they're gonna cut. The more that they're gonna try to make. They have to now. They have to do negative shit because it's like they're like pay attention to me, pay attention to me, and if no one pays attention to the government, now they have to be more violent. They're gonna have to raise bills, inflation. They have to do things to make you feel how they feel because like the government self projects like a lot of the government they're crashing out and they're very upset that they're that in the near future they're not going to have their system no more, so they have to self project to make you feel like the world is over. So now they have to raise inflation and tariffs and do all these fucking all this bullshit that they're doing. I don't even like to talk about what the fuck they're doing because I really don't even care what they're doing really, because if we're going to talk about what the government's doing, we need to have a solution. All anybody talking about what the government's doing and they don't have a solution, they're that's an agent. Whether they know it or not, they're an agent. So we need to be talking about what the government is doing and the solution. This is why I don't like to talk about the government no more, really like that, unless I'm providing a solution. Because like, what's the point? Like we are, everyone knows the government's is not on the shit. Everybody knows that. So why do we gotta keep repeating it? Yeah. I'm just sick and tired of like all this, like it just like, and even then, like when you watch all this shit on the social media, the internet, it's nothing but propaganda. It's all, even like the regular people talking about, oh, the boomers and the Gen Z can't pay rent and we're suffering and the cost of groceries. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, shut the fuck up. How many times are you gonna keep saying we already know groceries is high? We already know the younger generation can't really afford to. My bad, guys. My iPad, it ran out of batteries. I don't know why the fuck. Okay, yeah, my iPad ran out of batteries, so I had to go on my phone. I'm glad I started charging my phone, but yeah, I'm gonna read some more of these comments. I think I got almost all of them. Yeah, hold on, the fuck is this? I didn't even know I have four. I'm gonna have to go. Well, I'm not really tripping because I can easily get that. I'll just go to the store later on today. Yeah. It's like, where are the hoes? I remember you mentioned one of your videos. So for real, people switch up a lot of their emotions very quickly. One minute they like you because of some shit you do for them, but they messed you up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is what I'm saying. Like anytime you're dealing with individuals that switch up their emotions, this is because you're dealing with a damaged person, and you shouldn't even be dealing with any damaged people at all. So like you got to question yourself. Like any time when I'm dealing with any, not even just people, but just any, it could be a person, place, or thing. Anytime I'm dealing with a person, place, or thing, and it's not going in my favor, I don't question the person, place, or thing. I question like, what the fuck am I doing to even be in a position for that to even get to that level to affect me? So I'm questioning my own intentions. Like, okay, I must be straying off the path what I need to be doing for me to even attract this filth, this garbage into my existence. So that's what you need to be asking. Like, I don't even deal with motherfuckers who like, because I'm so spiritually inclined. Like I have such a strong intuition. I can see things a mile ahead. So the moment when I first talk to somebody, based upon how they talk, how they move, how they walk, the way they fucking eyes look, the way they're dressed, just so many things. I can tell if this person's a piece of shit. I can see it a mile away because I have strong intuition. So just how you talk and how you walk and the way you look and how you smile, I can tell if you're a piece of shit. So I don't really have those problems because I can see it play out, because human beings, they have only so many ways they can actually communicate with you. You can't communicate an infinite amount of ways. You have to be in a mental program. So like, for example, let me give you an example. Like somebody with a lot of anger and hatred in their heart, it doesn't matter how much they smile, how much they laugh, or what they say, that anger and that hatred is always gonna protrude. It's like if you shake a soda up and you open it, it's gonna go everywhere, right? Because it's pressure. So if a human being has a lot of anger, hatred, and misery and mental illness, it's festering in them. So when they smile, when they walk, when they talk, no matter what, it's always gonna show itself some way. And if you're intuitive, you can pick that up. So I can see when a human being is very damaged, very angry, very mentally disturbed, even if they're smiling, shaking my hand. This is why certain individuals, like I will see, I'll see certain individuals, right? And they'll be nice and they'll be cool. Like, for example, like speak your mind. I could tell he's cool. He's chill. Like when I communicating, and even certain other people who comment and shit, when we're communicating and we're going live, I can just feel it's a natural flow of energy. But then there be people who I do go live with or who I do talk to in life. And then like I could, even though they're cool and they'd be like, oh, I like the content and you're this, and they say nice things, I could just feel the energy isn't right. And I like, and I don't disrespect them or nothing, but I just know to not take it to another level. Like there have been people I've been live with, and they'll be nice and saying shit, but it just felt so fake. And it's weird because certain individuals I have dreams I'm arguing with, but then like I'd be like, I'm cool with this person in real life. Why am I dreaming of art? It's because the spirit's telling me that their spirit ain't good. So it's like, yeah, it's like it's a thing though. You gotta feel the energy with these people, man. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel the energy. You can never you can't hide from it because all you have to do is do the work. Do the work, and people who aren't doing the work, such as being their self, I don't even want to call it work because they'll say, "Oh, it's shadow work." Ain't no such thing as shadow work. It's just you being yourself. If you have to call it work, then like what the? It's not work. How can you call being yourself work? It's nothing has nothing to do with that. You're just being yourself. Because they say, "Oh, you're doing shadow work," but then when you're not doing shadow work, what the fuck are you doing? Isn't life supposed to be about being yourself? So if you're not being yourself, what are you doing in life? Like, oh, I'm doing shadow work. But before you were doing shadow work, what the fuck were you doing? Like, what were you doing? Like, you weren't doing shit. Like, it doesn't make sense. You can only be doing being yourself, and if you're not being yourself, then you're living in not in harmony. Which is this is why most people's lives are miserable. So it society is so fucked up, and so many people are off their path that we have to actually call something work, which is not even work. It's actually you just being yourself. It's life. Like people call living life work. That's how fucking lost and that's crazy. So most people they're not themselves, so therefore it creates trauma, mental illness, and then this is like you said, people be switching up because most people like you got to understand like there's everyone's always going through a mental battle. If you're not in alignment, I can't make it any more clear. If you're not in alignment with yourself, the universe is always gonna let you know whether it be something happens to you externally, or maybe one day you wake up with just depression, anxiety, you have health issues. It's gonna let you know. So when you're dealing with somebody, all of a sudden they have problems. This is somebody who's not working on themselves. So therefore, the universe is whooping their ass. They're getting their ass. They're getting their spiritual ass kicked. They're not able to. You see what I'm saying? So now they're upset because anybody who's truly happy isn't going to just start switching up and being a problem for somebody else. You have to be very miserable. You have to be going through inner tension for you to start being, for you to, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody who's happy, who's satisfied with themselves, who's just um, being an asshole. You can't, that doesn't exist. So somebody who's just, like you said, switching up, this is a person that needs to be left alone because there's certain things that they're not doing. So they're getting their ass spiritually kicked by the spirit, and it's manifesting as them feeling like they gotta switch up or cuss you out. Because at one point they were probably in a good mood, but now how you all of a sudden on a bipolar and you're on a negative mood? Because you're not something's going on. You need to be by yourself. I like people like that. I would like I said I don't even attract people like that because I can see that coming from a mile away. Like I could see somebody who's a piece of shit from a mile away because the way they talk, the way they act, everything. So, but if you can't see that, once you get that hint, you need to just distance yourself from this person because there's nothing you can do to fix them at all. That's one of the reasons why negative things happen to people. Like because some like, and even then, when negative things happen, people still don't get it. So it's like they're just stuck. Yeah, you said 90% of people you don't hang out with in your workplace is your intuition. Exactly. Even when somebody argues with you or they do something to upset you, that's the spirit creating situations to let you know don't fuck with them. So sometimes when you will have these negative experiences, these experiences didn't just happen for no reason. They happen so it can let you know. Because sometimes things have to actually play out and happen to for you to get the memo. Because you didn't pick it up, or it needs to show you. He's like, People switch up a lot of their emotions with women. Yeah, like I said, like don't like that's what I'm saying. Like that shouldn't even be a problem for you no more. Like you shouldn't even be going through that. If you really are, if this is what I say, you gotta mind your business. When you're minding your business, doing your thing, stuff like that is gonna happen extremely minimal. Like I said, I don't even deal with shit like that because I automatically know. Like, first of all, if you're not even on the path of being a breatharian, living a healthy lifestyle, I literally can't even fuck with you. If we're gonna do business, then that's different. We can do business. We can make money. Or if even not even just business with money, business I mean anything in terms of creating a situation, which could be business to make money or something that we're trying to accomplish to get a better existence or life. Like let's just say we're trying to create a situation so things will work smoother within life, whether it be money, stability, or anything. That's what I call business. So I don't mind doing business with people, but in terms of just connecting and being cool, that is something where if you're not on my frequency, we can't fuck with each other. Like I can't fuck with you if you're not into a healthy lifestyle. If you're not into like even like breatharianism and shit, like I can't even fuck with people like that because what is there to connect on? There's nothing to connect on. If we want to do business, if we want to go out and create something, then that's a different story. Then after we done, we can part ways and we can split the proceeds of whatever business we created. I don't mind working with people, but anyone who isn't on your frequency, don't even deal with them. Like it shouldn't even be a given. You shouldn't even be looking at any type of female unless you're looking at her like a prostitute or a fucking hoe, and you just want to fucking leave. You shouldn't even be looking. And even then, eventually, you're not even going to want to do that. But you shouldn't even be looking at any females as any worthy dating material unless you're looking at them like a prostitute or a hoe, and you just trying to fucking leave if they're not on your frequency. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't get no women because I go to the bar." First of all, why would you go to the bar? Why would you go to a bar or a dating website to get a female? That makes absolutely no sense. Like it's 'cause any female you meet on a dating app or at a bar has some mental illness. Not doesn't or maybe has some mental illness. Because any if you actually knew reality and you knew how people acted and you knew feminine energy, masculine energy, if you knew just certain fundamentals of life, you would know the type of mindset somebody has to be in to even be in a certain situation. So when I see a female who has a dating website profile, or she's at a club, I don't care what club or how, if you're at a club or you have mental illness and you should not be treated anything other than a prostitute and a hooker and a hoe. So if you're just trying to bang and fucking leave, then but if you're trying to find somebody like, "Oh, I'm trying to go to the club and or I'm trying to or even if you just go out in public, like, oh, you want to go to the mall or you want to go to Target and find, you're dealing with mentally ill bitches. This is why a lot of men, they have problems. Even like you guys will say, "Oh, I can't get no women," but no one ever actually talks to the men who actually get the women. Like there's situations I've been in and I've seen other men. They go out in public, they go out to the clubs, they go out to dating apps, and they actually get women, and they still have problems. A lot of you niggas say, "Oh, I can't get any women. No one wants to talk to me." But you don't look at it like, what if you do get the woman at the club, at the bar, at the dating site, or at the mall? What if you do get her? You think it's just all done and said and done? No, there's still going to be problems because even though you got the female at the bar or club, you got to understand you met her at the bar, you met her at the mall, you met her at the club. So you're dealing with a mall bitch, a club bitch, a Target bitch. So that energy of Target, the mall, the club, that's a negative fucking energy. So if you meet a bitch over there with no other intentions other than that, then it's not going to end good. This is why 99% of relationships are failed. And when the ones that are good, it's because they match your frequency. So you meet the female and you're doing, let's just say you're doing something, you're being yourself. And while you're being yourself, you're going to attract people who are also being themselves. So therefore, when you meet with this person, it don't even feel like you're trying. Anytime you feel like you're trying to be in a relationship, or you feel like you need to be, or you're like trying to make it work, or even when you're like when you find somebody and you're thinking about relationships and dating and all that while you're with the person, then it's gonna fail. It should be a situation where you just see the other person as a human being and you just connect, and it's effortlessly. And then when you look up and you think about it, like, hey, this is a female that, and she thinks like me, and it's supposed to come like that. It's supposed to be natural. It's not supposed to be like, oh, I'm trying to find a date. Oh, I'm going out with this girl and we're dating. And that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like to the point where it's just, damn, I resonate with this human being. And she happens to be a female and I'm straight and we cool. That's how it should be. Not fucking, oh, I'm dating this female and I gotta date. Like that's how a lot of that shit fails. And then you meet a lot of these bitches in the dumbest situations. Like you meet a bitch at a mall. 99% of like any bitch who's at a mall or at a Target or at a fucking dating site or club or any of these places, most likely she just fucking lied. She's going through life on the whim. Like this bitch just probably went to the mall because she felt like going shopping or some shit. And she probably broke and don't have no money. Because if she had some money, obviously she wouldn't even be like, bitches with money. They only want niggas with money, no matter, like, for the most part. So it's like I don't even want to say that because that don't even, that's a whole nother thing. I don't even want to say that, but you gotta look at it. Any person that's in public out doing their shit, you got to ask them, why are they there? Like, why are you at this Target? Why are you at the store? Why are you at the club? Why are you at the day? You have to ask why. So when you're out and when you ask why, when you go out and you to those places and you get in a relationship with them, that that relationship is gonna go based on why they were there and why you were there. It's not gonna go based on anything else. This is why it's about frequency. This is why you don't just go meet a bitch at a club, because the whole relationship is going to be that club energy, the dating site energy of just being a whore and being a hoe. So now you don't get along. Now, because there's no frequency, you're not doing nothing. She's just a random bitch that needs to just be used as a slut bucket, and that's it. If you're just trying to fucking fuck a slut or something, just get a slut bucket. Then be my guest. Just go out and meet some bitch, but don't take it seriously. Don't treat her with no respect other than a slut bucket. And no, and then if you want to treat her with respect, don't get upset when she fucking starts acting up and acting weird, because that was a slut bucket you tried to treat with like somebody who's decent. You gave your energy to the wrong person. If you're just trying to find a slut bucket, then go ahead. You can go to the mall, you go to the club, dating site. I'm not saying don't do that, but don't think you're going to get somebody real. Especially in these days, you got to understand most women, everyone has a social media. Everybody has a phone. And especially women are very, they're very like, they're followers more so. Like men are more so like we create our own mind or create our own situation. Women, they like to they're intuitive, they're receptive, so they pick up a lot of shit. So the average woman is gonna be on social media and looking at what's going on social media and think that she deserves that. Like one thing about women is they think that I don't want to say this is negative because not all women think like this, and I'm not saying all women, but most women, they look at life based upon what other people are doing and how it affects them. Whereas men more so look at life on what we can create. So if a man is not in a situation, the man will say, what didn't I do to do that? But a female, it's opposite. A female will be like, oh, this female has a man that's flying her out to Dubai. This female has a man that is buying her nice expensive things. That means a man should buy me expensive things because she's a female and she has that. And that's how women think. But a man won't think like that. A man will say, the reason I don't have X, Y, and Z is because there's something in my life I didn't do. A woman doesn't think like that. A woman feels entitled to have
what other women have, not even knowing what the women did to attract that. If you guys see what I'm saying. So this is where a lot of women get programmed to feel that they'll go on social media and they'll say they'll get a divorce or they'll get into a relationship, or and then they'll end up fucking it up, or they'll end up treating the man a certain way because the man needs to do this and didn't do this. And it's because they're on social media, they're watching a lot of content, they're even not even just social media, because before social media it was other women. This is why you'll see a lot of these niggas who are into that, going to out of the country, like the Philippines. They say when they bring the wife back to the US, like the female will have friends, and then the female will be like programmed to be an American, and then that's when it goes wrong. Is when they bring the bitch over back to America, because they start following American culture, because American culture is very it's not even gonna call it a culture, it's just, I don't know what the fuck to call it, but it's very toxic. So it's like they get programmed with this shit, and then they end up shooting themselves in the foot. Like a lot of these women, it's why like a lot of women within the next 20 years, you're gonna see a lot of women are going to be like single. Most women are going to be single, because as women get older, nobody really wants to be with them as much. Don't get me wrong. When I say don't want to be with them, I'm not saying women don't want to men don't want to fuck them. You could be a 40-year-old woman. You're going to have men that's going to want to fuck you, young and old. So I'm not saying that. I'm saying in terms of a relationship. So if a female is 40 and she hasn't had a man to put a ring on her finger and be with her as like a relationship, it's gonna be hard for her to get anything but dick. So you're gonna this is why I say you're gonna see a lot of single women. Not that there's gonna be no men who are gonna want to fuck them, but women want more than just fucking. They want to have a man that's there to be with them, that they can have like carry their laundry when they go to the laundromat, or carry their groceries, or open the door and do certain things. Women want that. But when they get older, and it's a result of them just fucking denying all these men that were actually good, and them thinking they hot shit. But once they get older, no man wants to settle with them. They just want to fuck them. And this is where we're gonna see a lot of single, lonely, bitter ass females. So this is what I'm saying. You're gonna see a lot of that shit because of what's going on right now. And a lot of them, they don't understand and they don't get that. Because a lot of women they're assuming that, oh, they're thinking that, oh, well, men will always want to fuck me. But yeah, they will want to fuck you, but would they want to be with you and deal with you? Just because a man wants to fuck you doesn't mean there's a lot of men who want to fuck a bitch but don't want to deal with the headache. They don't want to have to take you out and celebrate your birthday. They don't want to treat you like that because they don't give a fuck about you like that. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But somebody said, this is on point with this one. It's got a damn relationship with this girl on a dating app. Exactly. Any female that's on a dating app, you got to look at as mentally ill. Like, first of all, who the fuck? Like, first, even if you date a girl on, like me, the reason I never really fuck with dating apps, like last time I did on a dating app was probably like almost 10 years ago. And I'm looking at like, even when you're on a dating app, like that's nothing but like it's nothing but prostitution. Because how do you expect to be like? It's like, imagine you just going out with a girl on a dating app. She has a dating app, and then some of these dating apps have subscriptions, so you got to actually pay money for these dating apps. Not only that, the more you're on the dating app, they have a point system. So you get points, you get accolades. So you imagine you going to date some bitch, and even for the female, imagine a female going to go date a man, or a man dating a female, and you're just gonna delete your dating app. Like, imagine you have because think about it, these dating apps need to make money to stay in business. If you're a man and you have a subscription to a dating app, and a female dates you, what are the odds of you just deleting your subscription? The dating website isn't going to want that because they're going to lose money. So they need to create it in such a way so even though you date a female, you're going to still be back to that dating site. Because if we're talking about a relationship here, once you get into a relationship with a female on a dating site, you're going to have to delete your dating app. Otherwise, that'll be cheating. So the company, they're not going to want you to do that, right? They're not going to want you to do that. So they're going to have to create a situation where men and women keep coming back. This is why they have all this swipe left, and they create it in a way where it's like, because a lot of you guys look at it like only certain, like I see arguments like only certain men get women on the dating site, but it's not. That's not even about that. It's even the men who get women on the dating site, they don't even like the bitches that they get. They just use that shit to fuck these bitches. So the bitches really like this is why most females can never get a relationship off a dating site, because even the men that they do choose, the men that like they don't want them, because like you have to be a certain, like you guys gotta look at it like men don't want just any fucking any man that's on a dating site is just using it as like a fuck buddy. No real man is going there for relationships. The only ones that are using it, trying to use it for relationships, are the ones that aren't really getting any like play on them, like the men who can't get any, like the men who get women on those dating sites, they're not using it for relationships. 99% of the time, they're not. And the company designs it like that, so you can keep coming back. They don't want you to not have the dating site because they put so much effort into it. So I don't know why. This is why I never understand why people use dating sites even to begin with, because it don't make sense unless you're just trying to use it for. And even if you're trying to use it just to have for like a fuck buddy, they have sex dating sites. Like they have certain dating sites that are like for that. Like, when you go on these porn sites, they'll have like sex dating sites, like if you want to meet milfs, or if you want to meet couples, just or fucking if you want to have like sex with like just like lesbian couple shit, and like that's what you go on. But as far as these dating sites, like they have like the regular ones, like I don't know, like the regular traditional ones. Like, what the fuck is the point for that? You might as well get an escort, go on a sex dating site that's specifically meant for just fucking, like those MILF ones, or those ones that you just specifically find certain people just to fuck. Like, you might as well just go on that. Like, all these traditional dating sites is just done. That's why I said, like, just at that point, just get a fucking escort. But if you're trying to find a relationship, that's something you don't just, because if and you guys may say, "Oh, you're crazy. I'm trying to find a relationship." But if you're trying to find a relationship, that's when you have to just find somebody on your frequency. Because go and find somebody regular. Like Adep said, he was trying to date some girl on a dating site, and it was a waste of his fucking time. Shout out to Speak Your Mind. He says somebody, like, he was dating somebody, and it's always a problem. Fight, like I'm saying, it's an issue, and I know what you like. It's always a problem. It's always an issue. Like, that's just how life it is. Because it's not that there's nothing wrong with dating or nothing wrong with women. It's just most people are going about it wrong. And since we're in this type of American capitalistic society, it kind of makes it more problematic. So you have to really be on a frequency mentally for you to be able to find somebody that you could connect with. I'm not saying you can't find nobody, but you have like it's a lot harder to find somebody like real, because of the state that of like the mentality like that this whole America is, like this country, this the world is, because we have a lot of like this degenerate shit, and social media is not helping. I don't want to blame social media only for that. I don't want to blame social media, but social media is a big thing. Like, a lot of, like, it's not even just with dating and women and shit, just in general, like the mental illness of a lot of people is because of social media. Like, you see a lot of the shit that goes on social media, like people like a lot of people's perceptions is generated from what they're watching online. Remember back in the day they told you television, television tells lies to your vision, television, and how program social media is worse than television. And if you don't believe me, look how people act now compared to how they did when television. You can't, yeah, you could say people are waking up, but not the way not the way you think it is. There's more people awake now, but there's also more people that are worse off than before. So there are more people that are awake. but there's also more people that are worse off than before. So it's like it kind of balances out. There's a people are who are awake, but there's also people that are very unawake. There's people that are more unawake. It's just a lot of just mental illness going on right now. So that's why I'm like, hmm. But it is what it is, guys. It's not. Don't even. It's not that serious. Don't even take it that serious. I'm just telling you guys what it is. Like, if you want to go out and date, do your thing. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with dating and going out. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just you got to know what you're up against because there's a lot of mental illness out in this world right now. Like a lot of mental illness. Trying to go up and see if I got all the comments. Like I just simplify. Like I look at it like if I don't see anybody who's a breatharian, who's trying to be breatharian, who lives a healthy lifestyle, who then I can't fuck with you on a connected level. We can do business. We can probably just on a certain level, whatever. When it comes to anything like business, but when it comes to being connected and chilling and vibing, get the fuck out my face. Like I keep it like that. If you talking about like based on what somebody eats, if I know somebody who, and I'm not talking about you guys in a comment because I know you guys are on like you obviously watch my page, you actually trying to live. So I'm not talking about you guys when I speak like this. I'm talking about these degenerate ass niggas out here. Like if I see somebody who's like they like to eat cheese, oh I say the cheeseburger yesterday. Like if you just something like that, I can't fuck with you. I would not even want to be around you just for you just saying you ate a cheeseburger. Like I can't fuck with you unless we're trying to do some business. You're trying to make some money, trying to do some business. Okay, that's a different story. But in terms of connected vibing, fuck out my face. I can't be around you. You're a degenerate. Just literally, just if somebody says they eat a cheeseburger, I can't vibe with you and connect with you like that. I just and that's how I simplify it. I'm not because we're in a time right now where you cannot be bullshitting. You cannot be bullshitting. Like I can't emphasize that enough. There you have to be very you have to be very like kind of rude and mean. And don't even look at it, oh, it's about mean and rude. Like just be mean, be rude, be disrespectful. Who gives a fuck? I'm not gonna tell you, oh, don't be disrespectful. Obviously, you don't want to start no shit. But if somebody's coming at you sideways or they coming at you with some bullshit, then you have every right to be disrespectful. Fuck out of here. But you gotta also ask yourself, if I'm even being disrespectful to somebody, there's obviously something you did for them to even be attracted to you to do something to make you disrespectful. So you always gotta check yourself. Always gotta check yourself. Never like never not check yourself for anything that happens to you. Always check yourself. So it's not about just doing this. It's like, why am I in a situation while I have to do this? If I beat the fuck out of somebody, obviously I'm not going to be like, oh, I have to beat his ass because they were attacking me. Why? I'm gonna beat your ass, and after I beat your ass, I'm gonna come back. What the fuck did I do to attract that situation? And I don't want to attract it again. I need to move differently. I'm not trying to go out here and start beating people's ass because that's wasting my energy, my time. I can get hurt. I can hurt somebody, go to jail. I'm not trying to do that shit. You got to look at it. Always check yourself. Hmm. I feel it's so very easy to stand out in this world, in this time and age, especially if you're in. It's not even really about standing out, to be honest. It's just about just doing your thing. Like, because even if you say standing out, you're comparing yourself to a bunch of degenerate ass people who they're not shit. I'm not trying to impress nobody. I'm not trying to that's the thing. Like a lot of people, they want to impress people. Like this is where the whole chosen one shit comes in. Oh, I'm a chosen one. It's like, first of all, who chose you? Secondly, like, who gives a fuck, dude? Like, let's just say you are a chosen one. I don't give a fuck. What can you do? Can you fucking turn water into wine or some shit and turn lead into gold? Can you fucking pick up a skyscraper with your telekinesis? Like if you're not talking about that, don't tell me about no chosen one, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Like all that shit seems just somebody in their ego. Like you just think you're somebody. Because even if you say you're a chosen one, who chose you? Like when I look at anybody that says they're a chosen one, like you just look like a degenerate. You look like a fucking retard. You look like somebody who's in their ego, who thinks they special. Like I don't like because you have these people say, "Oh, I'm a chosen one." But then when I look at them, they look like a regular ass person. They have a regular ass life. They're not doing nothing for humanity. They're not helping. They're not doing nothing. They're not being anything. They're just a regular ass person. Like who the fuck is you? Like that's all people like they get so caught up in all these system programs. Like there was this stupid. I seen this fucking video on my algorithm. This stupid chink, stupid small dick Chinese faggot, talk about oh I have the highest IQ in the world. He just said he had like a 278 IQ. I guess that's the highest IQ. First of all, IQ is a test that's created by a system. So whoever created that IQ test is he. You can't say you have the highest IQ because whoever created the concept and whoever created the IQ test they have a higher IQ than you because you're taking their test to judge your own intelligence. So you don't have the highest IQ, stupid China man. Whoever created that IQ test, which was a white man, he has a higher IQ because you're taking his test. And then secondly, an IQ test doesn't mean you're intelligent because it just means you're intelligent based upon what they want you to be. Because if you're intelligent beyond what they want you to be, then they're gonna see you as a threat and they're gonna make you look retarded, probably even kill you, depending on how intelligent you are. That's why they be killing these people who be turning who create water powered vehicles because it's a threat to their system. So IQ doesn't mean shit. And then when I seen this Chinese dude, like if you look at his page, I think it was an AI page, but I just looked at the page, see like okay, because the more you say that you have, when you say you have the highest IQ, after you say you have the highest IQ, you better watch. You better watch very closely what you say after that because I'm going to be critiquing everything. So everything after that has to be intelligent. You can't speak no dumb shit. Otherwise, I'm not going to take the IQ test as credible. So he started his whole fucking like last four videos was talking about Jesus Christ and shit. So right off the bat, you're an idiot. IQ test doesn't mean nothing. So you may took the test and you may have that highest number, but it doesn't mean intelligence because why are you talking about Jesus Christ? So obviously it was a fake page. The government was funding him. It's some bullshit. So like you're just making that whole like that's why nobody takes that whole IQ shit seriously. No one just because you have a high IQ doesn't mean shit. And why is it there's kids in Africa that is able to create all these technological advances, turning thin air into electricity and thin air into water and all this other shit, water powered vehicles. And their IQ is nowhere near yours, I'm guessing, because I've never seen their test. And you said you have the highest in the world. So you see what I'm saying? Like, and then all I hear this stupid Chinese person talking about is his fucking Jesus Christ. And I'm like, you have a 278 IQ, which is supposed to be smart, and all you're talking about is Jesus Christ, and you're not talking about no inventions. You're not talking about how to cure no illnesses like cancer, diabetes. So, what the fuck is the IQ test for then? You be talking how to cure diseases and medicine and herbal remedies and fucking like, you know because you're supposed to be smart, right? It's all bullshit. I knew it was bullshit. So, but it just confirmed. So I don't even know why, like they will even allow him to even say that. Like, if you're gonna say you have a high IQ, say you have a high IQ and shut the fuck up and don't say nothing because everything that comes out of your mouth after that, if it's not something intelligent, I don't respect the IQ test and I don't take it seriously. It's not credible. So you can just fuck off. Shit's crazy, man. I'm telling you, like, I don't know why I didn't drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to come real quick before I dip out, because I'm probably gonna leave. I gotta go out and get somebody to order something off eBay and fucking. That's one thing I hate about eBay is because I forgot. I said I have two products and I actually put it two of them. Like so, like I'm supposed to have four. Like I put two products to sell, but then somebody bought both of them. I have two quantities of a product, but I only meant to have two of them. But then I ended up putting two quantities of two, so I'm supposed to have four. So now I gotta go get another one because I have three of them, so I have to go get another one. I was hoping to have some in my shit because I have a lot of shit. Like, I'd be too lazy to fucking list my items because it's just too much shit I have, and I'd be too. I just list them whenever I feel like listing because I have a lot of items. But it's like I don't even feel like listing this shit. Last because when I list the items, people be buying my shit so damn quick. I got like 10 fucking sales when I listed like so many items like in a day, and it's like I gotta package it and I gotta go to the eBay, and it's such a pain in the fucking ass. I'm not complaining because it's money right there, but it just I don't feel like doing it at this point. Like, I just don't really feel like doing it. Yeah, Hmm. But I dropped the link. If anybody wants to join before I head out, yeah. But this is a good live stream. It's a good live stream. I feel I'm gonna start going live a little bit more often. At first, I was gonna take a break, but say fuck it. But I'm gonna still go live a little bit. I like going live. At first, I was gonna take a break because I was like, "What's the point of going live?" But it's like I do it to it because I enjoy it. I don't do this shit to wake people up. I do this shit because I enjoy it. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna end this live stream, guys. I'll be back a little later. I'll probably be back tomorrow, or the day after, or whenever. I'm on 2 days of my fast. Actually, no, I'm on 4 days actually. 'Cause I started the day when I ended it is when I started. So I don't know how long I'm gonna do this one. I don't even count the days anymore. I just go. So and that's another thing. Like I'm gonna start documenting my fast. I'm gonna try to do this until the new moon in Virgo. This fast, which is gonna be September 21st. I'm gonna try to go till September 21st. And if I don't make it, then I'll tell you guys. But I'm gonna start doing this because I want to document this fast. I'm gonna document more. So I'm gonna as I keep going, I'm gonna document and I want to show you guys the progress of the fast. And I want you guys to be able to like see the progress of not even just fasting, because this is like beyond fasting. This is actually cultivating and building energy. This is not just fast. Fasting is something else. What I'm doing right now, because every day when I'm on my fast, it's like every day. Once I hit like 4 or 5 days, every day it's like I'm stripping. My mind is stripped. Like I feel lighter and certain thoughts, and it's like I just feel like every day is it's like something is just stripping. If I was able to go on a 60-day fast, I literally feel like my shit will be so high. I don't even know. It's it's crazy. Like if I can make it to like 60 days, I'll be like on a fucking another. I'll be a different person. Because when I was on 24, it was like I was in a different body. That's how I felt. Everything looked different. Everything smelled different. I was sounding. It was weird, man. Not weird in a bad way, but I'm telling you, like this goes beyond fasting. Because what I'm doing, because I've been cultivating energy through yoga, qigong. So when I go on these fasts, the energy that's in me from the yoga, the qigong, and all that, specifically the yoga, it activates when I go on the fast. So like when I'm on these fasts, I be just on a whole different planet. Like it feels like I'm on a different world. It don't feel the same. Like I'm telling you, like, it just feels weird. So I'm gonna document this next fast for you guys because it's like it just weird. It feels like life becomes a lot more easier and it flows and things just happen. That's why I tell you guys, like, it ain't about working hard. It's being in a natural alignment. That's why I promote that because, and this ain't for everyone. Not everyone. I mean, some people, you guys, maybe you do gotta work fucking hard and shit, and you gotta do a bunch of shit. And if that's the case, then get the fuck off my page. I'm not talking to you, but like this shit is crazy, man. So I'm gonna document this one. I'm gonna do this one to November. No, November. Hell no. Oh, I'm gonna try eventually. That's gonna be like later on as I build my way up. I'm gonna do like 60 days and shit, and I'll document it. But this one I'm gonna do to the new moon in September, which is September 21st. That's the new moon in Leo. Oh no, in Libra. New moon in Libra, which is September 21st, September 22nd. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to make it to there. If I get close to that, then I'm good as well. And then I'm gonna document this one. So I'm gonna try to get to September 21st because we got a full moon coming up in 7 days, which is a full moon in Pisces, which is my sign. So it's a solar eclipse. So yeah. But I think I'm gonna end this live stream, guys. I'm gonna do my fast, and I'm excited for this shit because it's weird. It's like I feel like I feel like I'm like in a. I'm like a lot of people talk about they want to go on vacation, and I want to go. I want to go to the Philippines, or I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to this. I want to go on vacation. It's like fuck all those places. Like that's not where I want to go. I want to go where because when I do these fasts and shit, and I strip myself of like my old self. It's like a stripping of the old self. It's like I feel like I'm in a new location. Like I don't even have to go out anywhere. I could still be in the same city. I feel like I'm in a different. I feel like I'm free. I went somewhere. Even right now, like because I still feel the last fast I did, it cleansed a lot of shit for me, a lot of density that I had. So like I still like I stripped a lot of shedded a lot of shit from me from that fast that I still carrying that I still have with me. So I'm glad I got rid of that shit. I'm glad. But like I said, going a fast, guys, it's gonna make you look at life a lot different. Like I'm telling you. And you gotta go on a long one. Like I'm talking about like at least over 10, 12 days. Like I'm not saying 3, 5 is not good. That's good. You gotta build your way up, but try to go as long as you can. Try to go like because the longer you go, the more you're gonna start shitting out parasites. Like once you get to like those high days, like close to 20, you start shitting out parasites. You start seeing weird. Your shit starts smelling really bad, and it looks different because you're shitting out all that gunk. So it gets really, and then you feel light because all that shit that comes out of you, your brain, your stomach is you have different brain. You have your brain, you got the heart, and you got the stomach. These are all brains. So your mind, your heart is a brain, your stomach is a brain, and then this organ that we call a brain, it thinks like a brain. So these all things. So when you go on these fasts and you get rid of the parasites in your stomach, you think differently. A lot of the shit, like a lot of the reasons a lot of you niggas think negative isn't just because what happened, it's because what's in your stomach. Even you craving food, like you want sweets and bread. The reason you crave sweets and bread is because you have parasites that want that shit. So you have to shit them out, get rid of them. Then you're not gonna want it no more. And when you eat certain food like candy and sweets, it's not gonna taste good. It's gonna taste horrible, or it's gonna taste like why the fuck am I eating this shit? You're not even gonna want to eat it because all of that shit in you, and then those parasites in you, they make you think different. They make you have negative thoughts and all this other shit. But yeah, right now I'm on day 4, and like I'm gonna get to once you get to like day 7, that's when it really starts kicking in. After day 7, that's when you really starts kicking in. I feel like that right there. Like if you guys can really get on a routine, and it's gonna transform the way your life in a way. But you have to really be like focused and want to do it. Otherwise, you're gonna be just stuck in a rut, and then you're gonna have to actually work hard for shit. You're gonna have to work hard, and you think you're happy, you think you're living. You ain't living. You're not happy. You need something external to make you happy. Like that's it. Like a lot of these people are miserable. Like you see all these billionaires, these millionaires, these motherfuckers ain't happy. These people can't even enjoy their money like they want to enjoy their money. They can't even enjoy their wealth. This is why they need external things to be happy. Anybody who needs something external to be happy, that's a person who's not really fully in their body. Because if you're fully in your body, I'm not saying you don't give a fuck about shit and you just want to be homeless on the street. I'm not saying that. But it's even when you do have external things, you're able to enjoy it more than somebody who has external things but they're not in their body. You see what I'm saying? Like you're able to even enjoy even more. You're able to feel it more. It's like because when you go on these fasts, you feel emotions a lot more. In terms, even when you look at people, like when I was on this fast, I was walking through the grocery store. I could just see people. I could feel like a lot of people have a lot of pain. I could feel some people are very happy. Some people are just very. You can just see it in their face because everything is so real when you go on these long fasts. For me, like everything's just so real. You can just feel it. Like when I tell you guys, oh, I intuitively feel people. It's deeper than intuition. It's like you can see it. Like this person has a lot of pain in them. This person is a fucking asshole. Like I could feel it. Not just intuitively, which yes, it's intuitive, but it's something deeper. Like because when you're on a fast, you feel. And I'm not saying everything's perfect. If anything, when you're on a fast, some things can be. I don't want to say it's worse, but because when you're on an extended fast, you feel everything more. So it's like if you don't have your emotions right and you don't have a mission and a goal, it can actually be kind of overwhelming for some people because you're feeling everything more. Things are more in your face. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to kind of explain. So it's not like everything is perfect, and if anything, like shit could get overwhelming because you're feeling shit more. Pretty much the human body. Yeah, most foods do cause. I hate one thing I don't like is when people say everything causes cancer. Everything is bad for you. Everything like shut the fuck up. That's just an excuse for people to just be lazy and not do what they need to do. Like nothing, not everything. Like there's a lot of things like fruits and vegetables that doesn't cause cancer. And I'm not saying fruits and vegetables is perfect because people will say, "Oh, well, what about GMO?" To be honest, if you really want to get technical on a deep level, it could be the most healthiest non-GMO fruit. Eating in general damages the body. Anytime you can eat, anytime you consume something or eating something, it costs money. Nothing is free. So when you're eating and you're consuming, it feels good and you're satiating yourself off another living organism. Anything you can eat is a living organism. You can't eat something. Nothing is edible that isn't living. And if you're able to eat, that means you can be eaten. This is why a tiger eats you. This is why we can eat tigers. There's anything that you can't eat that thing also can't eat. So it's like eating is like an energy thing. It's all energy. So when you eat something in general, it's gonna cause pain. It's gonna cause not pain, but it's gonna cause you to, like you said, parasites. Doesn't matter if it's healthy, non-GMO. Everything you eat is gonna be it's gonna harm you in some way. But I'm not. This isn't to say you ain't supposed to eat. I'm not supposed to say that. Some people need it, and it's fine. We ain't gonna live forever. So, but the thing is, certain people like me, like when I talk about it, food is an enemy to me. It is poison to me. I don't like it, and not to say I don't eat, obviously, because it's a transition. But when I do eat, I try to eat as healthy as possible. That I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this live stream, guys. I'm gonna be back a little later, and I'm out. Peace.